Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode from my York City FIFA 13 career. We have a EuroLeague semi-final coming up. Quickly check the squad out. Hopefully we can put a full strength team in. For Decilio, he's looking a bit rocky, so we'll have Kyle Walker in there. At the back, yeah, we'll go for Zuma, and we'll keep with Lazarevic. Get rid of Lemaire, get Moreno Fuentes back in there. Left back, yeah, De Souza Silva. Looking a fairly strong team. Check the bench out though. Godin, Shari, Mia, Canteros, Welbeck, Omiela, Lemaire. Taylor still out injured. Decilio, Deros out injured. No, I think that's it. Lauren Cruz is out as well. Hence why Omiela is on the bench. Hopefully we can get a good result here. We are away from home, so a draw would be a good result. Hopefully we can do better though. We'd like to take a win going into the home game. So Hanover drew with Spartak and beat Spartak 2-1, drew with Lazio 2-2. So they do score goals, do Hanover, but they also do concede them as well. Right, been a while since I've played a game with York, so interesting to see how we get on. Okay, Hanover kick off. And then, so guys, it's a couple of weeks since the Premier League started. We had some interesting results, not none than Cardiff against Man City. I didn't catch the whole of the game as I was watching a stream of the Spurs Swansea game on Sunday. That I'll touch on that game straight away. I thought that it was a fair result. Was the Spurs Swansea game? They had Spurs had a number of chances. They should have done better with the ones that they had. There was beautiful goal, Son. Yeah, for Spurs there was some chances. They should have had a penalty in the first half when Shelby brought down Townsend. And it was inside the box. The referee gave it outside the box. The foul that was given for the penalty, I'm not too sure it actually was a penalty, if I'm being honest. It looked as though Townsend made contact with the player, but it's one of those. The decision in the first half was not given, the one in the second half was, so it balanced itself out in the end. Maybe the referee saw the incident and thought, sugar, I should have given it, and then decided to finally give one. You don't know. But yeah, the Spurs deserved it. Soldado's impressive, 2 goals, both from penalties. Paulinho looks an amazing player. Capoue, solid in midfield. Chadley looks like he could have the skills. Interesting to see what happens in terms of who else may come in or leave. Obviously there's the Bale saga still going on. There's now, I believe, second, third, maybe even fourth club in for Bale. I hope they don't sell him to Real, as once again it's Real's tactics of unsettling a player. And generally, yes, may not be directly Real that have done it, but Marca's headquarters are opposite the Bernabeu, I believe, so therefore they are Real Madrid's newspaper, so to speak. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's underhand tactics. Well, actually, yeah, it is, but it's just not. It's not ethical. It's within the laws of the game because Real Madrid have done nothing wrong. If they were reported to UEFA, they've done nothing wrong. But people can see what's happening, and I believe it happened with Ronaldo. It's happened with a few other players. Marcus said, "Oh yeah, he's coming. They want him. Unsettle the player." Next thing we know, the player is saying he wants to come. Well, yeah, the other game on Sunday was the Cardiff Man City game. That was an interesting game. I only saw bits of it. Cardiff looked to be pretty good. Fraser Campbell was working hard, played really well. City's defence, obviously, Company not there, Nastasic not there. Looks a bit shaky. I'm not too sure what Javi Garcia is right doing in the centre of defence. Lescott's more than adequate there. You wonder whether it could be whether to move Zabaleta in or have someone else at right back. I'm not too sure who City have in their squad available for that role. Micah Richards, would you think, if he's fully fit and when he's fully fit, would be an ideal one to play either of those two roles? If Zabaleta's more comfortable in the right back, you have Zabaleta. You have who do you have? You have Richards as your centre back with Lescott. Lescott's more than fine there. I think it's just dependent on who they can put in there with him. I definitely don't think Javi Garcia can play there. Look at who else they've got, and I don't know who they've got. You're coming through the ranks that they could potentially put in that role. But you may think that may be where Man City strengthen their squad coming into the final week of the transfer window. Man United, Chelsea last night. Pretty boring game. Watched the whole of the game. Wished I hadn't bothered. I was expecting a good game. It was a midfield battle. Interesting tactics from Chelsea. No recognised striker, playing Schürrle up front. Yeah, you do wonder how the mindset of the Chelsea forward is going to be if basically it looks like Mourinho's come out and said the three that I've got aren't that good, and that's obviously Lukaku, Torres, and Bar. Yeah, he's come out and said they're all not that good. Basically, that's what he's saying to the chairman, I think. So it's if they're going to have Willian, is he going to be their forward? Is he going to be another winger? As a Spurs fan, I'd like to see Juan Mata come, but I don't think Chelsea would sell him to a Premier League rival if they'd sell him at all. Obviously, Mata was on the bench for the first 3 games for Chelsea. Came on as a sub against. Sorry, he wasn't on as a sub in the first game. He was rested because he wanted more time off. So yeah, came on as a sub against Villa and was an unused sub last night against Man United. You could tell after 70 minutes that Mourinho was happy to keep with the 0-0 draw. Just with the players that he brought on, obviously Azpilicueta coming on late on, Mikel coming on. They weren't going. Yes, they brought Torres on to have that striker, but it was too little, too late, and then they didn't look to go to the game when they brought on Mikel. I think it was their second substitution, and Azpilicueta came on in injury time just to waste a bit of time and to have another defender for when Man United had their corner in the final minute of the game. It's an interesting scenario for Chelsea. Maybe we are going to see them bringing a striker, and obviously they've been linked with Eto'o from Anzi as well as William. Obviously they're 2 separate deals. It's not one reliant on the other, unless Chelsea then now decide to say, okay, we'll only sign Willian if you sell us Eto'o. I've seen stranger things from managers. It's a good bargaining tactic. Anzi need to sell. It's going to force them to sell 2 players. Yeah, you don't know. That could be the way they go about it. And Willian is obviously one who was due to sign for Spurs, but I believe the rumours are going around that his agent wanted more money. Spurs turned around and said no. Hence, why he was touted to other clubs in London, predominantly Arsenal and Chelsea, as that's those 2 clubs had Champions League games to offer him. I believe he did potentially want Champions League football, although with the way Spurs are going, they could or look to be offering Champions League football from next season. and they are playing a decent brand of football. Spent a load of money, got rid of a few players, bought in some quality players, with potentially more on the way. Lamella is another one. Christian Eriksen's been mentioned. There's also Pjanic at Roma as well, I believe. A lot of that is due to obviously Franco Baldini, the new director of football at Spurs, who used to be the director of football at Roma. So obviously he's got influence. He knows the players. It's a poor clearance.
Very quick. Luis Muriel has been a great performance from this forward.
Go on, Welbeck.
In very fine form.
That's a penalty ref. Yeah, so the table's looking a bit lopsided. Obviously, Chelsea played 3 games because they've got their the Super Cup against Bayern this Friday night. So obviously they're top on 7th, 2 wins and a draw from their 3 games. The only 2 teams who have won both their games are Liverpool and Spurs. Liverpool marginally impressive in their first game. Second game, there seems to be a lot more from them. Yeah, their first game was against Stoke, wasn't it? It was the 1-0 win, and then there's another 1-0 win for them against Villa. Villa have been impressive. Obviously, their win against Arsenal, first game of the season. They were unlucky against Chelsea. Chelsea should have been down to 10. Maybe this is going to be a better season for Villa. Currently, obviously, 9th in the table. Yeah, it's one of those with Villa. You think going forward, their midfield, they've got some good players in midfield. Brett Holman leaving it wasn't that good, but they've got some other ones in. Luna doesn't look to be too bad a signing. They've got Westwood, looks as though he could be half decent. They also have Weimann up front, Benteke, obviously Agbonlahor, Delph. If he stops making rash challenges, stops being the big I am, that I honestly think that's what he is doing. If he stops that and starts being who he was at Leeds and the player that he was at Leeds, then there's a very good chance he could turn into a good player for Villa. Obviously, Man United are 4th behind Spurs and Liverpool. Spurs and Liverpool both 2 1-0 wins. West Ham, impressive so far this season, unbeaten in their first 2 games. Southampton also unbeaten in their first 2 games, not scoring many but not conceding many. I've noticed that there's been a few teams who last season from last season have improved on their defensive standings. I know we're only 2 games in, but Southampton have conceded 1. They only scored 2, granted, but West Ham have only conceded. So they haven't conceded, but then they've only scored 2. Seems that Arsenal have already conceded 4. They looked a bit ropey against Fulham, and that pitch was bloody horrendous. Obviously, loads of rain in the UK at the weekend. Villa conceded 4, but they played 3 games, so it's not too bad. Stoke conceded 2 in 2. Cardiff conceded 4. Man City conceded 3, but they've scored 6, so they are scoring plenty as they were last couple of seasons. Everton conceded 3. 2 draws for them in their first 2 games. Hull only conceded 2. Pretty impressive.
Well, that's all from us. Let's join Mike West for the classified results.
So yeah, it's not been too bad a start to the Premier League season. Swansea, Crystal Palace, both at the bottom, both yet to get a point. Swansea are bottom on goal difference. Newcastle, yeah, not scored a goal yet. Slightly worrying with Kabay potentially on his way out. West Brom as well. Obviously the saga with Anelka coming, you looked and you'd think it was a great signing for them, and then it turns out he wants to leave. Yeah, I found that a very interesting one. Right, time to make some changes for this coming game. We need to rest our players. It's a league game. I need to concentrate on the cup. So we'll have Canteros and Danny Welbeck up front, playing Cardiff. But yeah, there's only two teams that haven't scored a goal, West Brom and Newcastle, both with indifferent midfield, and you think Newcastle got the better combination and package, but you look at West Brom and you think, yeah, they won't score many, but they also won't concede many. They'll win a lot of games 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. Newcastle, you expect a few more goals. Okay, Cardiff, here we go. 1-1 draw. Go down with a goal. In terms of conceding, obviously Liverpool, Spurs and West Ham are the only three teams who haven't conceded a goal. We're only 2 games in, so you can't really take much from that. But
Southampton 0.
We shall have to see. I'm going to sim this second leg of the Euro League semi-final. Obviously, we have won the first leg 5-1 away from home, so it's going to take a lot to put so we're not in the final.
Let's look ahead to the semi-final of the Euro League.
Okay, squad report. Pasqualani. We'll keep our eye on him. Well, this keeper could be quite good. Nuno. He could be quite good. Lorenzo. Right forward. That's the guy I really want to see. Ruud van Metis. Overall, he's going to start between 67 and 71. Holy crap. Right, next match. Let's check this squad out. Alright, Welbeck back in. Baker back in. Taylor fully fit again. We'll start with Canteros and Welbeck up front. Give them a game. Next match. Sim it. Here we go. I'm not going to quick sim it. I just want to see. I don't want to. There's nothing I can do now anyway, to be fair, but I just want to see how it goes. Okay, interesting. Hanover 1-0 up after 2 minutes. Coming up to half an hour gone. Still 1-0 to Hanover. We lead 5-2 on aggregate. Inter against Lyon is 2-1 to Inter. I didn't see the first leg score there. Okay, 1-1. So Hanover need to score 4 to take it to extra time. They're going to be pushing forward. Can we get a winner? No, we can't. We're 1-1 draw. And Inter beat Roma 3-1 on the night. Prize money 474,000. Season stats, club competitions, Euro League,
York City 1, Hanover 1.
tournament tree. Who are we playing in the final? I think it's Inter. It is 5-2. They beat Lyon on aggregate. Okay, game coming up on Sunday, and then one just after against Chelsea. Wow. So we are 9th in the table, 48 points, 6 games left in the season. We cannot. Oh, I think we can get 5th, which is EuroLeague, but we need to concentrate on the EuroLeague final. That's our main priority now. Right, I'll have Kyle Walker back in. I'll give Zuma a game. I am going to give some of the kids a game, I think. Pascal Lemaire, Baker, Hayams, we'll have you there. We'll have Muriel. Yeah, I definitely think we'll try and rest some players. We can. As far as I'm aware, we can't be relegated. Yes, I would like to finish high up as possible, because obviously there is my job to think about. Should I return after next season, I may leave. Lemaire and Hayams with 2 goals. The young kids are doing good. But yeah, I may leave. I may call York City a day at the end of this season. Performance review for Ecuador. Reject. I don't want the job anymore. I don't want to have to worry about that.
Entertain 14th placed West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah, we're in the final. I may international from Portugal. View the job offer. Reject.
Manchester City host.
Yeah, I may call York a day after this season's over. We're coming up to the end of the 2018-2019 season, so we have got a fair way with York. To win the Euro League would be a good place to leave it. Get Shorey in there. Who else can we have? We got Goodan. No, not. And we'll have Taylor there. Who else? Surely I've got some other youngsters. Garcia, Baquero. There you go. Another one. Canteros. And Soriano. Oh, sorry guys. Felt like I was going to sneeze then, so I was trying to not. I didn't want to sneeze down the microphone to you. Right, we'll call this the last episode. It was the last game in this episode. Sorry. Courtois, Aspilicueta, Luis, Cara, Bertrand, Moses, Piazzon, Bruyne, Benzia, and it's a 3-0 Chelsea win. Bollocks. But never mind. Right, let's check the calendar. So I'm going to call this game a day here, and in the next episode we will get the rest of the season done.
Sunderland 1.
It's a shame the EuroLeague game isn't the last game of the season for me. I would have preferred that, then I would have simulated the rest of those games. So yeah, I'll get the EuroLeague game done in the next episode, and then I may play the Wolves game, final game, to potentially be with York, and then we'll see how we go towards the end of the season. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. If you'd leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let us know that you like what you're seeing, and for me to continue. Thanks for watching. Cheers.